Welcome everyone, this is AndresRestart, and today we are talking about how it's looking like we have some unexpected Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcase leaks from what many think is the most reliable leaker ever, and these are some pretty exciting, interesting hints about what could be in the showcase. Now, for me, I think they're exciting, they are interesting, maybe it's not for you, but there are several games here that are being alluded to or hinted at or just straight up being told to us that are going to be in the partner showcase that is supposedly happening at some point this week. So today what I'd like to talk about are these hints and leaks from Pyoro, the most credible leaker of all time, and also a few other things that I think we can maybe expect in this apparent partner showcase. Will all this be happening for sure? Only time will really tell, but we're sure to find out soon, and I think there are some fun things to talk about, so that's what we're going to do. But before getting into it, let me point out that we are still aiming to reach 50,000 subscribers someday, so if you do enjoy my content, please subscribe and hit the notification bell, and enjoy the ride as we talk about Nintendo every day. So if you're unfamiliar with Pyoro, Pyoro is someone on Twitter that over the last year has provided information shortly before Nintendo announcements come out, usually in hint-like form, but once you see the hint, most of the time we can figure it out, or it's very clear what they're hinting at after the fact once the Nintendo announcement comes out. And they have a 100% track record here. There have been multiple directs, multiple random social media announcements, and every time they've alluded to something, it has materialized. And so everyone pretty much who knows about Pyoro believes in Pyoro. If there's one leaker out there that when they leak something, you're thinking, oh, this is basically confirmed, it's Pyoro. Now, of course, it's not officially Nintendo, so there's always a chance that maybe this will not come to fruition. Maybe plans will change. So we can't say with 100% certainty, but I'm just telling you that many people, when they see Pyoro, they're expecting something. And so we are expecting a partner showcase next week. Pyoro's been talking about this as of last week, and even last week he also confirmed that Penny's Big Breakaway will be in this partner showcase. So maybe we're going to get a release date for Penny's Big Breakaway. It's a really cool looking platformer. We've already discussed that though. There are other things that Pyoro is now hinting at that are a bit unexpected, but also very interesting. So what is that? So Pyoro came out and tweeted, "Is Gamefreak a partner?" And what's interesting about this is that the Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcase is a showcase of partners. And partners are third-party companies that Nintendo works with. Now, where there's some room for some potential excitement if you're just a hardcore Nintendo fan, is that while there's probably mostly just going to be games that you're not accustomed to if you're just a Nintendo fan, third-party games, there may have been some games that Nintendo published or worked with some sort of third-party company to materialize. So that would technically count as a partner, like Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, for example, or Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. So there can be games like that. And here, Pyoro follows up this Game Freak being a partner with, yes it is, Game Freak is a Japanese video game developer partner. And so what's interesting about this is that Game Freak isn't owned by Nintendo. They make the Pokémon games, which is significantly owned by Nintendo, but they are technically not a Nintendo developer, not a Nintendo-owned developer. And so Game Freak could be in this partner showcase. And so what might they be announcing in this presentation? Well, it's probably not Pokemon, because if it was Pokemon, it would be the mainline Pokemon games, and that's not the kind of thing I would expect in a partner showcase. That's more likely going to be saved for a Pokemon Presents, maybe next week, or at the end of the month. So it's probably not that, but there are other things it could be. We did recently hear that Game Freak is working on this new project, and so it's possibly that. It's supposed to be this new IP for Game Freak. It's going to be an action-adventure. Private Division would actually be the publisher this time, not Nintendo. However, I'm not so sure it's close to completion yet. Instead, it could be something like Little Town Hero, which came out a few years back. But what I think it is this little game called Pocket Card Jockey. Now, the reason why I think it's Pocket Card Jockey is because if you take a look at Pyoro's likes, which are done with intention, not every like necessarily means 100% that something is going to be something. You kind of have to contextualize what he's liking here. But if you go ahead and check his minimal amounts of likes, you'll see that Mondo Mega on Twitter said this: Pocket Card Jockey, Quinty, Mendel Palace, whatever the Pandland trademark the other month is for, I'll just pick one of these out of a hat. And so Pyoro liked that. And then Necrofelipe from Universal Nintendo said, would be fun, but Pocket Card Jockey from Apple Arcade coming to Switch I would like most. And Pyoro likes this as well. And so both of these talk about Pocket Card Jockey, and that's what Pyoro is liking. And Pocket Card Jockey is made by Gamefreak, not published by Nintendo. This is the kind of game that could definitely be in a partner showcase. So that's a little something. I think this is likely going to be in the partner showcase, but we're not done. There's more, and this is, in my opinion, pretty exciting. So Pyoro also asks, is Nintendo a partner? I said no, but he's obviously getting at something here, right? And so Pyoro says, sometimes Nintendo can be a partner because they love Dolphins. And so what does he mean by this, because they love Dolphins? Well, a few different things come to mind. Some people suggested, oh, could it be something related to Echo the Dolphin, which isn't made by Nintendo in any way, last I checked. But there is a console that Nintendo made called the Nintendo GameCube that had the codename of Dolphin. And so there might be something to this. We could be seeing some sort of GameCube related franchise in this direct that was made by a partner. And so Marco Maro, who many don't really consider to be a reliable leaker, put out this gif of Chibi Robo in flames, and then Pyoro responds, hello. So Pyoro, again, is very selective about his responses. This doesn't necessarily mean that Pyoro is saying, oh, Marco Maro's right for once. Pyoro doesn't like a lot of fake leakers, but this could be one of those scenarios where Pyoro is sort of conceding that maybe Marco Maro might be picking up on his hints here. And so, interestingly, when we take a look at Chibi Robo, the first one was on Nintendo GameCube, and it was not made by Nintendo. It was developed by Bandai and Skip Ltd, but published by Nintendo for the GameCube. And so, we could maybe see Chibi Robo in the partner showcase, which to me is a Nintendo game. That's a Nintendo adventure game, and I would love this to be in the direct. Now, something that should be noted though, is that the Flaming Chibi Robo GIF has been used by Nintendo to simply hype up a potential direct mini that's about to happen. And so, maybe there's nothing to this, but because Pyoro responded to Marco Maro in this way, it leads me thinking something like this. And it would also fit with what Pyoro's hinting at here. Now, could it be something else? Sure. But what do you think would be something that Nintendo has published that would feel Nintendo, that would be a partner, that would somehow tie into Dolphins? Let me know what you think of that. But I'm gonna go with Chibi Robo for now. We shall see. Actually, I might already be changing my mind. After recording, I saw this surface. It might be the case that this game that Pyoro is hinting at here isn't Chibi Robo, which I would love, but something else I might love, and what's apparently being hinted at here, is Endless Ocean from Nintendo Wii. And if you check Endless Ocean on Nintendo Wii, not made by Nintendo, but was published by Nintendo and developed by Arika. So there is this apparent Chinese leaker here that's saying the dolphin tease has to do with Endless Ocean. I don't know too much about this leaker, but there seems to be some apparent credibility here, so maybe there's something to this. Endless Ocean would be pretty hype, just saying. Another announcement that looks like Pyoro just basically straight up leaked is a demo for Contra Operation Galuga. So Castlevania Latino asked, no Contra? And Pyoro responds, it will get a demo. So it looks like we're going to be getting a demo for this new Contra game, and that could be pretty fun to play. Now, going beyond that though, I do want to also talk about other expectations for this partner showcase. So again, anything that's a partner could be there. I think it's worth noting that Pyoro said that he's personally not excited for the partner showcase, so take that for what you will. But there has been this talk that we are going to see some type of Microsoft game in the partner showcase. Even Pyoro has actually suggested, along with other leakers and insiders, that the reason why the partner showcase didn't happen on the initially reported February 15th date by Universal Nintendo is because it was delayed because of the recent Xbox podcast. And in that podcast, Phil Spencer talks about 4 Xbox games that are headed over to other platforms, that being Nintendo and PlayStation. And based on how they describe these 4 upcoming games, many seem to be under the consensus that they are Pentiment, Grounded, Sea of Thieves, and Hi-Fi Rush. Now, Nate the Hate on Family Board suggested that Hi-Fi Rush wouldn't be in the next upcoming Direct, even though that game, this seems to be a foregone conclusion, is coming to Switch based off the recent happenings with Hi-Fi Rush. But we may just have to wait a little bit later, perhaps just a little bit later this year. And so, maybe that leaves Pentiment, Grounded, or Sea of Thieves. I'm personally pulling for Sea of Thieves here. That would be a very exciting announcement to have in the partner showcase. Now, maybe it's Pentiment or Grounded, and I'll definitely be taking a look at those as well. Those could be pretty fun. But Sea of Thieves, that's what I'm hoping for. We'll see what happens, though. This partner showcase is supposedly happening this week, and I think it's worth noting that, while the rumors and things about Switch 2 reveal next month seem to be in question, and there's a lot of talk and reports about it happening early next year as opposed to late this year, that's all still up for debate right now. We shall see what happens. But right now, I'm kind of just honing in on this partner showcase and what kind of announcements we could see here, because while it may not be a big Direct, I do think there could be some fun things here. Like we mentioned earlier, Penny's Big Breakaway, for example. Maybe Chibi Robo, or whatever it is that Pyoro is alluding to. I think there are going to be some fun things. We just may have to go in with an open mind. But what do you all think? What do you make of these recent hints and leaks from Pyoro? What are your expectations from this supposed Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcase that is believed to be happening this week, but yes, it's still unconfirmed? Let me know in the comments below. This is AndresRestart. Thank you so much for listening and watching, and I'll see you all really soon. Take care.